Hi everyone, it's Jen. Today I want to talk about the things that my son has taught me. When our kids are little and as parents, we want to teach them everything we can. We'll start by teaching them their colors, their numbers, their letters, and their shapes, and then they go off to school and their teachers are helping them to learn every day. And at home, we're helping them learn right from wrong and responsibilities. But in all reality, when we think about it, our kids are teaching us things too, probably more than we'll ever even know. Since having my son 14 years ago, I've become a much more patient person. Um, he was very strong-willed and independent as a little boy, and sometimes wanted to spend the 5 minutes trying to tie his shoes. And if I had the time, then I would let him. Patience is a virtue, they say. So who's better to teach it than a young child? I've come to learn that my house is gonna be messy. There's no amount of cleaning or sweeping or dishes that I can do that's gonna keep it clean all the time, and that's okay. I just like to think of it as lived in instead of messy. I've also learned that I need to pick and choose my battles. This is something that I try to advise everybody to do, especially those that have children. Picking and choosing your battles is going to make your life so much easier. There's going to be less frustration, there's going to be less arguments, and who cares if your son wants to walk around all day while you're doing errands in a Hulk costume? It's no big deal, really. I've also learned to be a better listener. Sometimes they have what they want to say on their mind and they might not, know how to express it the right way. So you have to pick up on little cues and hear what they're saying. It might be something little, but it means a lot more to them. I would have to say that one of the biggest lessons that I've learned since becoming a mother is that there's no judgment. People are encountering their own struggles and fighting their own battles every single day, and I learned that at a young age when I became a mother at 18. And now my son is facing his own struggles and his own battles with school, and it's extremely hard for him. And that could have possibly been one of the best lessons that he has taught me along the way. And who am I to judge anyone? Nobody's judge, and everybody's their own person anyways. Our kids have a lot to offer. They have a lot to teach us, and we just need to take the time to sit down and listen to what they're expressing, whether it's verbally or it's their actions. Sometimes it's hard to let our children learn from their own mistakes, but we have to let them learn the hard way sometimes. So because we are the ones that bring our children into this world, we learn unconditional love. And no matter the choices or the decisions that they make, even if they're making the wrong decision in our eyes, we're still going to love them no matter what. I would suggest that you pick and choose your battles with your kids, listen to what they say, and roll with the punches. No matter how much of a planner you are and how much you like to have things planned out, know what's happening when, that's not going to happen when you have children. When they're little, something as simple as a little temper tantrum that they're having can throw off your schedule by 20 minutes. When they get older, they're going to want to see their friends and hang out with their friends, so they're going to need rides. So there's no amount of planning that you can do that's going to make things go the way you want them to go every single day, and we can't control that. Another lesson that my son has taught me is to laugh. Just laugh. We have to laugh at the small things, and sometimes that's the only option that's left, is to laugh. If there's spilt paint on the floor, well, wipe it up as much as you can. Does it stink? Absolutely. But sometimes you just have to laugh at how it happened. Our kids are big educators for us as people in general. We grow as they grow. We grow as adults and we grow as parents, and every day is a new learning experience. So please take the time and learn right along with them, because they're going to teach you so much more than you can even imagine. This wraps up my series of Just a Mom Living in a Boy's World. Thank you so much for listening to my videos and reading my blogs. I really appreciate it, and I have tons of more information coming for you guys, so hopefully you'll tune into those too. Thank you.